over to the kitchen with our very first guest, who is making a delicious cauliflower soup paired with roasted carrots and parsnips. You know her, you've seen her, you love her. The woman, the myth, the legend. I just took that from Cameron. The award-winning chef, Susan Feniger. Welcome back, Susan. We love you so much.
Oh, myth. She's so old, she's a myth.
No, that's not what I meant at all. Also joining us at the counter from one of my very favorite shows in the world, How to Get Away with Murder. Mira Van is here joining us.
Having a little snack before we chat.
Marissa and Orly heard cauliflower soup, and they
Yes.
said, I'm in, as did Cameron.
Yeah.
So, Susan, with this cauliflower soup, you can use any root vegetable to do this.
I love root vegetables. It's like the perfect time of the year. If only it was snowing here, it would be better. But
Wouldn't it?
it's like you could do this with carrots, with turnips, with rutabaga, my favorite.
Broccoli even?
Broccoli, parsnips. Basically, you're going to take whatever the vegetable is, right? And then, always enough salt.
Okay.
I like, freshly ground black pepper.
Okay.
And then olive oil, right? Just olive oil.
All right. Toss it together.
Toss it a little bit,
So the key here to make a really good soup like this that's pureed is the roasting.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So we're going to just roast it in the oven, right? In, like a 400-degree oven till it gets golden brown. Honestly, I love cauliflower roasted like that, just eating it like that.
Me too. So if we were to boil this and then make it, it wouldn't taste as good, would it?
It would. It has a completely different flavor once it's roasted. Totally different flavor.
Interesting.
It's almost sweet after it's roasted.
There's a whole different, I'm going to just put it in there.
It's packed with flavor. It's just bursting with flavor.
Yeah, we want it to be at least that much. I could even roast it longer than that.
Yeah, do it.
That is
Do
good,
it.
Susan.
Yeah.
And how long did you say to leave them in?
It maybe 20, 30 minutes, depends how hot your oven is.
Okay.
Really roast. Like, I love this just like this.
It's so good.
Pull it out, add a little bit of fresh lime,
And good to go.
it's fabulous.
Ooh,
Yeah.
So while that's roasting in the oven, we actually get the soup part going in the stock pot on the oven.
So one of the keys to making a great soup is that you take your onion that's got more sugar than almost any other vegetable.
Really?
So you take that in here, whether you dice it or chop it rough, whatever, because we're going to puree it in here till it gets caramelized like that.
With some olive oil as well?
All the sugar, yep.
Okay.
And then we're going to add in a little bit of garlic. I'm just going to show you this because I love this trick. You probably have a garlic press.
Yeah.
But if you didn't have a garlic press, I love to do this.
Oh my gosh, only chefs can do this.
And chop it. Wait, you're going to see how cool this is. Then just, rocking motion like this, chop. But look at this cool little thing. Okay, because with your garlic press, you always have leftover garlic
you have to
in there.
Mm-hmm.
So then you take a little bit of salt on there, and with the side of your knife, you use the salt as an abrasive, and you mash it.
And that's even more delicious now because it's salty garlic.
Yeah, exactly.
This is
really
so
cool.
like chefy.
It's
This,
so chefy.
look how cool that is.
Well, I
seconds.
will tell you, Susan, I
puree.
adore you, and I love that you did that. But I think if I tried to do that, my fingers would be in the soup.
No. Okay, now I'm adding my garlic in there. Right?
All right.
Okay.
Now, you don't want to add your garlic before the onions have caramelized because burnt garlic
is bad garlic.
Does not taste very good. So we add that in.
A little bit more garlic or no?
More garlic.
I
always need more garlic.
Okay,
Good
more
for you.
garlic. That goes in there.
Some white wine?
Let me add those potatoes in
Okay.
there. Give me those.
So the potatoes, you're going to dice them pretty small.
You know what? Really, it doesn't matter because in reality, we're pureeing the whole thing.
So it's fine.
So I'm just putting, and it can be Idaho. It can be, really, you don't want to add too much potato because you don't want it to be a potato soup.
Right.
Sure.
It just helps to thicken it a little bit.
Are the potatoes raw when you add
They
them?
are.
Okay.
They are. And, if you didn't have potatoes, it'd be fine, too.
Sure. It's
It'd
just
be
a
fine.
thickener. So
then we'll
we're going
take
to add
a little bit of white wine.
Does it matter what kind?
Not too sweet, maybe like a Sauvignon Blanc. Doesn't have to be a big expense. I like it to be a good wine because then I'm drinking it while I'm
that's
cooking.
what I was thinking.
Because whatever's left over you can have.
And then you're going to take your cauliflower, right?
Put that
and
in.
just put that all in there. Now, any roast, remember this could be parsnips or it could be carrots or whatever.
Beautiful. And you know what I'd like to do sometimes? I like to take broccoli and cauliflower together.
Yeah, for sure. So now that goes in there. You bring it to a boil just
Do we
to
add the
cook off
salt?
the alcohol, and let's add some stock in there. It could be veg stock or chicken stock.
Okay. Either
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
So you can make it completely
good.
vegetarian.
Yeah, with
Yeah,
vegetable
it could be
stock,
totally vegetarian.
Okay.
And in reality, you could just puree it, and you could add a little bit of coconut milk or almond milk if you wanted it to be vegan. but we're going to add in heavy cream. Now, I would hold on. I would just let that.
Okay. Just leave it?
Just because what I want to do is bring it to a boil.
Okay.
And then let it cook for a little bit, and at the end, near the end, add in the heavy
Well, that's
cream.
a good tip.
Yeah,
Because I
just-
wouldn't have done it that way. That's a great tip.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want it to cook down. And the one thing I would say about making soup, you never want to have too much stock. It's better to add a little bit and then add it later if you need to thin it down.
Okay.
So this is what we've done here, right? Is we've
Okay.
pureed. You
So
can
is
add
it okay just for
Yeah,
television
just dump it
purposes?
in.
Okay,
Dump
I'm
it
gonna
in.
put
Dump
Do
it
you
in.
have to add the cream?
You don't have to.
I was just
Okay.
that's the same thing. Yeah.
And if
Okay.
you don't add it, it's just not quite as thick.
Get on over here. Get on over here. You need to puree.
You got to keep her in line. You got to keep her in line. Susan. I
Thank you,
appreciate
Susan.
it.
But I'm going to tell you something. Just, to make sure that our viewers don't do this, this should cool down before you start.
A little, or
blending.
put it, if you're in a blender, take the top off, like let the air release, add it slowly,
Okay.
keep it low
Is it
here.
low? We got it
Yep,
low?
and then
Okay,
you
let me
just
go.
puree it. And if you don't even want to puree, it can be chunky.
All right. That's true.
And then you're going to garnish it with a little bit of chives or scallions or whatever you have. And then I did the same thing with parsnips and carrots, olive oil, honey, cumin, a little bit of water, salt and pepper, throw it in the oven, roast it till it gets soft. You can finish that with a little bit of mint.
And the kids will love this. And whether they're
Fresh
cold
lime.
or whether they're hot, they taste delicious.
Perfect. There.
Now,
And I have to
Susan,
tell you, sometimes the simplest foods are the best.
Yeah, for sure.
you're making history in the kitchen, but we also hear you're making history in D.C. on November 1st. You're receiving a pretty prestigious award. Tell us about it. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank
is a
you.
big
It's
deal.
cool. This is the Julia Child Foundation, along with the Smithsonian. My business partner of 38 years, also Chef Mary Sue Milliken, we got this award of being mentors and chefs, and we're doing a dinner in the Smithsonian.
Oh, wow.
And we're going to even
So
be
excited.
part of the permanent collection in the Smithsonian.
Isn't that awesome?
It's cool.
So
like our, I don't know what,
That's
notes or cookbook or something.
for you.
What I love is that, okay, so 400 people are coming
Yeah,
to this, right?
yeah.
400 people are coming, and they are actually going to, the chefs there are going to be preparing her recipes.
Yeah, from 38 years of
That
it
is a big
being-
deal.
And
Congratulations.
talk about the pressure.
Yeah. They deserve some applause for sure.
Thank you.
The pressure on those chefs is going to be really high. You're actually serving the people that actually came up with the recipe.
I think they're going to give us a lot of
All right.
alcohol before. That's my
Everything
bet.
The leftover white wine that
Yeah,
didn't go in the soup.
exactly.
There you go.
All right.
And
So
I
then
just
you garnish
garnished with
that
a
up.
little bit of scallion.
Okay, there you go, and there it is.
There-
Oh, it's
taste
fantastic.
that. Did you like those
Did you?
vegetables?
They're
Yes, those are fantastic.
All of it.
Now, of course, this recipe is available online at hallmarkchannel.com for more information.